Hello Internet, it is I, TheRoschi, and I'm back with some more Genshin Impact gameplay, continuing my adventure with The Crane Returns on the Wind. Going into this, I did not know what to expect. I actually thought it was something completely different, and then we got Shenhe, and we got all sorts of other cool things, and it went in directions I was not expecting. So, rather than talk about it, why not just show you? Let's get into it. Ningguang's over there. And she's giving a talk. Let's hear what she has to say.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself.
Are the Adepti Sigils in Liyue the things that you, like, when you're climbing the mountains, you'll see a little rocky patch, and then you, like, collect it, and you get, like, the little yellow icon thing? If that is what that is, I just spent a lot of them, and now I'm kicking myself.
Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question.
Ooh, a question. What's your favorite color?
You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
That man's getting assassinated.
Oh, no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
I mean, we could just watch. Okay. Or help. It's fine.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
Can I really ask you anything at all?
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Maybe I can find out more about my sister, but she might not be knowledgeable about that.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask
Paimon. It's fair.
Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
I'm rich. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Okay. Goodbye.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Yujing Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go!
Leave her alone.
Why don't you stand there after her?
Why?
Oh, right, yeah.
Man, look at them running. The crane returns on the wind. I should have put that together.
They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Okay. Follow the information peddlers to figure out what's going on. I will do that because Shenhe is awesome. And those guys are probably going to get their asses kicked.
They're not here.
They're down there.
Let's keep looking.
Ha! Here I come to save the day. Ha! Oh, okay.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run.
It's very not cool.
Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
She's not interested.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
She's special.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you, I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
This Scar Liu sounds like it's like reminding me of Sampo from Honkai Star Rail. I wonder if it's the same voice actor.
And they call me a con man. It's outrageous.
I won't.
No more excuses! I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Lioli Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Xingqiu at kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again.
You're a stalker, dude.
How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
I mean, maybe she's not interested in the food, but just trying to help the businesses out. You never know, man. I mean, you... Okay.
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Okay.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
You don't say. The brave.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
They're trying to intimidate people into doing business.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Yeah.
You ought to mind your own business.
This
I
is...
swear.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. This is my business.
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
The mill would take away the hooligans who were surrounding the young lady with the white hair. Are you alright?
Shenhe.
Okay.
Shenhe?
My name.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation.
You're welcome.
I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd be dead.
You can't do that. That's way too violent.
Well, Paimon, she can do that. It is violent, though.
This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
I guess.
Laws?
Have you not heard of the law, Shenhe?
No, apparently not.
Oh, damn. Okay. She's a little more reclusive than I thought. Reclusive? Is that the word? She's not in the know of how modern society works, is what I'm trying to say.
Really? So how exactly have you...
Well, what was that noise? Is she hungry?
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Qingxin, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Those are all medicinal herbs.
Medicinal herbs?
Yeah. For medicine.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Bubu Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal.
I just bought the Qingxing flowers from there.
After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
Okay. Alright.
Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
I already know a lot about Shenhe, and maybe that's just because I analyzed the hell out of her demo and other things that she's appeared in. But I'm going to say what I know right now. She was a child. She was considered cursed. So I don't exactly know what that curse is. She's probably got some crazy power stuff going on. She was essentially abandoned. But then she was taken in and raised by Cloud Retainer, who is an Adeptus. And, yeah. Essentially, was raised and was her student and all of that stuff. So she is definitely human, but being raised by an Adeptus, of course, she's going to act more closely to how they would, I guess, especially one who wasn't raised within human society. Now, I wasn't aware of that. Like, I thought maybe she would have been integrated into society a little more than she currently seems to have been. Why, though? I don't know. I never really thought about it, so I guess that's just not the case. I mean, Ganyu got, like, work here, so she's kind of, like, in the middle. But Shenhe definitely seems to be more on the side of, like, despite being human, she's, like, more Adeptus. As far as mannerisms go, I suppose.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Haha! The prescription is hunger.
Ginseng, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
Just right then and there. To everyone's astonishment, she polishes it off.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
How did they taste?
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
I believe it.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development.
True. It's like she was curious enough to try it, but then she realized how dangerous that is when she did. And she's like, I don't even know if I'm going to be here long enough. It's like just having less of something to remove the temptation of having more of it.
Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Yep, there you go.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus.
No.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition!
Yeah.
And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
Yeah.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Shenhe, your eyes are crazy, but I like it.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win!
I'm going to ask her favorite color.
Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Hell yeah.
Wow! You really don't have to.
Yes, she does. I want to hang out with Shenhe, Paimon.
But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
We welcome you to our team.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Hell yeah.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Oh.
Then, we alone shall become the victors.
She's not wrong. And I like the way she thinks. It's psychotic, but Respect.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Hey, Baizhu cameo.
Baizhu? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Nice.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Bubu Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
We're kinda busy. What happened to the guy? There was a guy behind the counter.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed.
I imagine this is like those the green stones that are in the rock formations that float.
As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Okay.
Thanks, Baizhu.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Bubu Pharmacy.
Will do. We'll send some people here too after Shenhe murders them.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
We need the materials, man.
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
Mm-hmm.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
That's a lot.
500 million?
I knew I said I was rich before. I'm not that rich. I don't think I can afford it.
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
So then we wait at the auction. We let them do the bidding. The winner gets it. And then we shift into Shenhe's plan. And when that person least expects it, we take them out and we take their Vermilionite. Sounds like a plan.
But without any sunset vermilionite...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Nope.
Who?
Never heard of him.
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper.
Oh.
But if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Oh.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset vermilionite.
Records of Drifting Clouds. Do I have this book?
After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
Cool.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure?
He's dead. It's fine.
Wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful with him being an Adeptus?
I mean... maybe? But he's dead.
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Cool.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
She knows it personally, man.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
It's really interesting how... Of course, they're not going to drop everything immediately about Shenhe, but it's interesting how they're doing it. I could see it being like, if you go into this, of course, not knowing anything, Shenhe is super mysterious and interesting, because it's like, who is this person? She looks badass, freaking mysterious. We assume that she's an Adeptus, but like, knowing what I know, she's not, and it's a little more complicated than that. But I do kind of like how it's not really, like, there is no reason for her to bring up like her whole past story. So we're just gonna find out naturally, I guess. It's cool.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine.
A good friend of yours?
Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please, be very careful.
Oh, I know about the defense mechanisms. I'm aware. I'm like, am I gonna shoot myself in the foot if I don't have Amber in my party? Maybe.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
Search for the abode around Lisha. So here's the thing. I don't think I would need Amber in my party, because I think they're going to give me Shenhe, and that's going to help me solve whatever puzzle there is. This is also very... what was it? Ocean Gazer? Is that the thing's name? Or Water Gazer? Or I forget, but they're water themed, right? So Shenhe's ice, water. I imagine that's going to be the majority of the puzzle stuff there. But if it does require Electro or Pyro, I'm going to flip.
Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, she's doing her cool stuff.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Cool.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Oh, look at that. Hello, Sealy. Where are you going? We are supposed to go over here.
We got to here and then disappear. Should we go over and take a look?
Oh, this is Sea Gazer's abode. Oh, right.
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here?
This is cool.
Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
All the Adepti abodes are awesomely designed.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
What do you think, Shenhe?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
Understood.
Alright, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
They're just gonna spawn on us. She really has this like weird. It's not weird, I should say, but it feels different. There's like this. So like you have Xiangling, for example, right? And I'm looking at the footwork, where hers is very much more like Xiangling's footwork is very, I don't want to say precise, it's just very jagged compared to Shenhe, who definitely has like more like glidey footwork, if that makes sense. I'm not using the correct terms, but she like floats around a little bit. I see what you did there. I like that. All right, well, I'm gonna test something. I might fall to my death. Oh my god, you can just walk on it. I didn't think of the clouds as a barrier. I thought of them more like they hide the proper way to get down without having your character just jump off the cliff. Okay, we're fine. There we go. There we go. I'd actually jump off the edge. Okay. So there's that. Ow, that was dumb. I thought I was still alive.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Okay.
By ordinance divine.
There we go. Oh, and now we fall to our doom. The mechanism is broken. Whee!
Is everyone okay?
Oh!
The Sealy has disappeared beneath the clouds again.
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. Do your master's bidding!
Got it. Of course. It's fine. This is fine.
We're gonna fall.
Oh.
We're really gonna
I guess we don't fight it?
So, luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't paying attention.
Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Touch. I touched it. Oh. I see.
Cryo incarnate! Crush! Vengeance will be mine! Eye for an eye! Shoot! Manifest! Obey!
Oh, now it's falling apart. Okay. This way. I know I've been getting a lot of suggestions to make that pack where I can eat food faster and better by equipping it to myself, and I will. I just haven't done it yet.
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
Oh. Let's check it out. Okay, we made it.
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge!
So is the Jade Chamber.
That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount.
A lot of rocks.
Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
I wonder who this master is. Perhaps it's Cloud Retainer.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Oh.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged.
Paimon meant you, Shenhe.
My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are! You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense!
This is true. Lift with your knees, not your back, everybody.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
Okay. China lifts up the Plaustrite and leaves.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much. We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
That is something. I mean, she is just human after all. I mean, she's kind of got other stuff going on, so maybe that's the reason why she can handle so much weight. Anyway, that's wild.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
I can't believe it either.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those Adepti, surely.
She's a very strong lady.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing, so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
It's us.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plostrite specimen.
That's right. By when? Ask myself the same question.
But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Sorry?
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
Technically, I think we'd have to change the title to something else. I don't think secretary is okay to say anymore. I could be making that up. Is there another word for it? Phrase? Like administrative advisor or something? Anyway.
In truth, it is the finest piece of plostrite we have received so far.
That's great.
If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Mm-hmm. Paimon, who are you waving to? Calm down.
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're quite popular. You and your strength.
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I don't think this has ever happened.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Mm-hmm. And?
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
Mm-hmm. It's blocking the thigh window.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Feiyun said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
Okay.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
Fair?
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. Alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Guest accommodations are far more comfortable than the... Maybe not for her, but in general.
Okay. If you insist.
Hell yeah.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
I meant to land here. I was way off. Hey, Juan.
Hi there. Checking in, are we?
You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left.
All right. Paimon, you get one room. Shenhe and I will split the other for no particular reason.
Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Yeah.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just at the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before.
Paimon likes to think of how to get money and eating more food than her body could probably handle. All the time. And then she's usually rude to people upon first meeting as well. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just noticing a pattern.
Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
Well, this is very nice of her.
All right. I will head to my room for now.
Okay, good night.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
Have a good rest, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
I wonder if she'll even...
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer?
Oh.
What's she doing here?
Oh, boy.
Let's go and say hi.
Okay. Hi, Cloud Retainer. Last time we talked... Well, it was in Liyue Harbor after the incident. But before that, you tried to kill me in your chamber. By making me aggravated. Captions.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
Oh, we're best friends.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
This is where we find out.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
There we have it.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
I thought so.
What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
That checks out.
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Yet efficient.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
Wow.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her.
That is pretty wild.
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born.
Oh.
One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
I'll be honest though, it's crazy, but also incredibly badass. Just fighting for multiple days against the remains of some godlike entity. Winning, and then just getting ready to like fight again immediately to defend herself. Boy, that's rough.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
She's got that drive.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Because stuff is crazy, Paimon.
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
So when Shenhe talks about her master, she means...
Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay.
Man, okay, so I knew the red ropes had some significance to controlling her power. Didn't think it was more of like a restraining of an instinctual way of how to do something. Like I thought it was just like she was cursed and had this dark energy within her, and the red ropes essentially conceal it, and she's learning to control it, but not necessarily. It's this homicidal instinct that she has. That's nuts. And I'm not sure if it was heard before, but there was when I was messing with my audio, there was also an idol animation that she had, or at least a quote that she gave, where she talked about how she doesn't like being in crowds or around people, or she prefers not to. And it's like, thank goodness that I have these red ropes on and stuff. This is a character that is constantly having those intrusive thoughts and who acts upon them without the red ropes keeping her in check. She's actually kind of crazy, but I love it. That's so cool. I'm not sure if it was mentioned somewhere or maybe I just made the observation. I'm not sure, but I thought that was like through her outfit design, there's this character development, right? So you have her default with the red ropes. It's her having these restraints to this homicidal instinct. But then I guess later on, she has less of them. And it's like her actually being to control herself after time has gone by. So I imagine she does improve. But wow, what a thing.
The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's kind of how it is with like some medications where it's like someone might take something to maybe have better focus on something or to remove anxiety or whatever that is. But they also might not prefer some medications because it makes them feel like a zombie. Like they just don't feel anything. This is like a big, I don't know, it just feels like that kind of thing where this is necessary for her to function around others, but she also loses a bit of herself because it suppresses other emotions. That's okay. I thought her emotionless vibe was more along the lines of being stoic, and that was from being raised by the Adepti. How they don't view things the same as humans do necessarily. Although we've seen the Adepti express their emotions, they're actually kind of more on the explosive side, where they're immediately just kind of like, this is preposterous, we should just slaughter everybody. And it's like, whoa! Yet Shenhe, she does kind of have that, but not like in a rage factor. Before it was just kind of like, all right, you're bothering me. You leave me no choice. I'm gonna get you, or I have a plan. Let's kill everybody. But she's not like raging out. So this makes sense. Oh.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Aww. Shenhe's sneaking out right now.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows.
I think it's because you like her. Because she's your child.
Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm.
The what now?
If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control.
I mean, that's fair.
Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kinda hard to deal with.
A human raised by the Adepti is precisely what Liyue needs right now. It is also what the Adepti wish to give to Liyue.
hey, you, become a member. Get exclusive content here on YouTube, on Patreon. Do the thing. Help me out. You won't regret it. That's it. Watch the rest of the video. Thank you. Rise and shine.
Hey, so Shenhe.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
She was listening.
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in.
Just checking.
I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master.
Shenhe is nice. For a homicidal maniac. He's very nice.
On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me.
No! No!
After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
Again.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit.
I feel that sometimes.
Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend.
'Cause you're cool and stuff.
For this, I am very grateful indeed.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too.
That is...
Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Yeah, friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title Friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list.
True.
But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly.
We've already won. There is like...
And another thing, we bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night.
We did?
There was a place just outside.
Right?
Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Nice. Sharing chicken with Shenhe. I dig it.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
Yeah.
But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Right.
Hey, Feiyun! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Is this our first time meeting Beidou and Yunjin?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Feiyun, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Okay. Thank you for finishing that sentence while face to face and not turning around half way through it and walking away.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the Plostrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Now, Beidou, we've met, but we haven't met. You've been on my team for a really long time, and I also met you again in an event. The Alchemist Ascension one, whatever that's called. You're cool, and I guess this is our first time meeting you. Respect. Great. Good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Yunjin, it makes sense why we'd be meeting now, because this is a Shenhe thing, mostly. And I know that you and her are pals, I guess, because you like make songs essentially telling her story. So cool. Nice to meet you too. Anyway.
Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Feiyun Osial, right? Oh, sure enough, your reputation precedes you.
So you've heard of me. That's cool.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Beidou, captain of the Crux.
Crux.
Beidou, are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Oh, so you managed to find some too. Cool.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Beidou's like special.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Lyra opera scene.
Hell yeah.
Greetings.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry, I'm not sure we've met.
This is my new best friend, Shenhe.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Yo.
Good to meet you. Well, from today on, I guess all of us are friends.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the Plostrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow! So it looks like the three of us are competitors now!
And you don't look happy about it.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
She's helping me.
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make.
One big happy team?
Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us.
True.
Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think? Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The Plostrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
She's like, teamwork? Friends? What is this?
Okay then. Alright, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Su Ling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will we'll head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
You can trust Master Zhang's smithing skills.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Who's your partner? Well, I guess Shenhe wouldn't go with her. And Yunjin was telling me that she was going to take blacksmith guy. And Paimon wouldn't my side either. It's fair.
Okay, let's go!
Okay.
By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin? I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Okay.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it. The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Am I supposed to know that reference? Is it like already Shenhe's story without her knowing about Shenhe? With them like thinking that she is an adeptus, because most people do when they see her. We're gonna go ask about the Wonder Cores. Hey, you guy, tell me about them cores.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
We need information.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
This is Yunjin, famous opera singer, and I'm with Shenhe, the person who is mostly perceived as an adeptus, although she isn't. And then there's me, the traveler, the hero of Mondstadt and Liyue, and then that's Paimon. She's my floating rat. What you got from me?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself.
She's a celebrity.
So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber.
Well, she's going to be doing it again, so we're going to need to do the same thing again. Pretty please, with a cherry on top.
The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market.
Then where do we start?
I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff.
Looks like I'm going over here.
Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
Okay.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks, and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine Damsel of Devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh. Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Yep. So this is either based off of her story, maybe slightly different, or inspired from, or there's a parallel here.
And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I'm gonna look at Shenhe.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be.
Yeah. They make it sound like she volunteered to fight the monster, where I think it was more like the people gave her to. Because she was already kind of like an outcast.
I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the Divine Damsel.
Right.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Calm down. I'm kidding. I like how we have the opera version of the story and what we learned from Cloud Retainer. Ah, here's one. Wow, convenient. So will there be one on the way up top? Use vision. Oh, I could use my... I'm surprised I found that without using my vision. I just wanted to climb a thing.
One eternity later.
I think I have to go up. Oh, is that it right there? That's totally it. I'm glad it's not all the way up. I was about to climb up the entirety of the mountain. Lose my mind in the process, probably.
This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Oh, we're gonna. Look at this guy. He has no idea we're coming in. Oh. Didn't get to do my bird attack.
There really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is this because we're in the area where the story takes place? Then this would also be where Shenhe is from. Is this the same village? And are these people all like still feeling the effects of what they did, like some guilt thing, like years later?
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here.
Okay.
Shenhe, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a word with this gentleman.
Yeah. Okay.
If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
Uncle! I don't know if it's your actual uncle or something. Like if that's just like a weird translation thing, or if it's like a position in town and they're called uncle. I don't know. Oh boy, okay.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium, but I think you can find some information in the village.
I kind of want to see this conversation you're about to have.
This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
I mean, I'm going to do that anyway. Thank you.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhe?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
I know you guys you need your privacy, I understand, but I'm talking to you anyway.
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too, except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. They praised me, telling me I gave off the aura of an Adeptus. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an Adeptus, just an ordinary person who came from this village. But no one believed me. When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface, It looked like a vast realm with so many places I could go. Then I looked a little closer, and there was nowhere for me to go at all.
Suddenly, so much time has gone by. Everything has changed.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today, I don't know why, but it feels different.
It is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time, you are with your friends, aren't you?
Yes, my friends.
That you are, Shenhe. Records of a
The
changing
remains of
village.
a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng.
Oh, she's talking. Okay, sorry, Yunjin, you scared me. I want to... 1 second. A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village. But in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing. Shortly after, father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. Okay. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain when God's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when... That's wild. Boy. Yeah. Coming together, Yunji?
Does this mean that the true story of the divine Damsel of Devastation happened right here, in this village?
Mm-hmm.
The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
Okay.
What's this?
Ragged notebook. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry. I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier. Your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, and that you owe only... And you said you had no regrets in this life, and that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But if you regret nothing, why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Though I still breathe, I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. Finally found it. It was Mingjun, and he had kept the book that could save you hidden. I can't talk. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. This is the uncle. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. Took it and followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. Oh no. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. God said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity, and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of her death, of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed and still, no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I am sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please, forgive me. How stupid I was, how blind. Let me apologize to both of you, in person. Oh, this is dark. Oh, God. Okay. Shenhe's mother was sick. The husband, Shenhe's father, was going to great means on trying to recover her, to fix her, to heal her. Summoned some dark entity. Tried to make a deal to give his life for hers. The entity was like, nah, the girl, Shenhe. The dad caved, gave Shenhe away. Days went on, nothing happened. Meanwhile, Shenhe's doing her whole thing. She's cursed by this being, but is also like having a battle with it, and the Cloud Retainer finds Shenhe and all that jazz. Meanwhile, the father's over here like, nothing's working. I gave up my kid. My wife is dead. Boy, do I feel like scum. And then he offs himself. And let me apologize to both of you in person, referring to the afterlife. Assuming that Shenhe is dead, and that and the wife, Shenhe's mother, is clearly dead at this point in time. Maybe this is the story of the divine damsel of devastation.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Yep. What a coincidence! So I was thinking that Yunjin would have learned this from hanging out with Shenhe. I didn't realize that this was just an actual folktale or legend that kind of evolved over time. I don't mind that it's this way. I'm just like, ooh, wow. It's a lot. That's a lot.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father.
Yep. And that's another correction. I imagined that she was corrupted before and was sacrificed because she was a corrupted child. But it's really the deal that was made with the father is what gave her this homicidal instinct, this curse. I didn't realize that. I mean, of course, how would I know? But that wasn't my prediction. She wasn't given away because of her homicidal tendencies. They turned her into this. And then gave her up as a sacrifice. I mean, Shenhe's a badass now, but did she get screwed over? Holy crap.
The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it.
Yep, at 6 years old.
It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
I love this. This is nuts.
This is it.
Mountainous miscellany. Magic engraved in Subrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe this stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Subrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you may find Subrosium, God, I can't say that word, if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Xingqiu. At dusk, look at the direction of the setting sun. Lake south of dusk. At the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Hey Shenhe, I totally didn't go snooping around and find your family history. Oh.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. And, well, we all know how that story ended.
Yeah, you fucked up, Ming. You kind of fucked up. Oh man. Mingjun was the one with the book. And he kept it hidden. The father found it. And now he's making it very clear that he was aware that the father found it. And you didn't step in. Not gonna say it's all his fault, but like, oh man. He has every right to think of himself as a little chicken shit. As he kinda was.
I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way.
True. This is true facts. Probably true facts. It would have probably made it harder for him, but still. I'm just glad they're talking it out.
There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti.
Right.
So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
Yeah. If those ropes were were removed, though, then you might express yourself a little more freely. I don't think this guy would be standing here right now if those ropes came off.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
He's like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about.
We don't have to talk about it right now, though.
Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts, so I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
Aw.
But, huh?
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go!
Paimon, this is important character building. You're gonna have to let your little greed fest wait a second.
We can't let someone else beat us to it!
They're not gonna. They don't even have the first thing, probably. Although it probably wasn't the best time to have that talk. I don't know. It worked out. We're fine. Everything's fine. I'm not crying on the inside. You are. I'm gonna stand in the middle over here. And it's dusk. Excuse me, bird. Is that just Xiao? Just hanging out? Excuse me? Another character, huh? Hi, Xiao. How's it going?
What brings you here?
I'm looking for rocks.
Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea?
What danger in the sea?
Ningguang didn't tell you.
No.
Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now.
Okay.
But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
Xiao, what do you...
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Okay. Does Osial return? I remember there being another, like, sea monster attack, right? Or is it a different one that's over here? I kind of spaced that out.
That's everything we need. Let's head back and report in.
Yeah,
Simon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
They're better than okay, is what I hope he says.
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
All right, that's good. That's a good answer, too.
Guess now it's my time to shine.
You shine on, you crazy diamond.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Well, don't you worry about that. We got that under control.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
To know.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out. Oh? You got this then? Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils.
Hell yeah.
When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her.
Okay.
Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack.
I do like how she is self-aware of this. Like that she's not like completely oblivious to her not understanding how, right?
Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils. Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Beto's nice.
Thank you.
She's always inviting.
So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Maybe you will. Okay, they start making the Wonder Cores and the Adepti sigils. Hell yeah.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my masters, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
That's good.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Ain't nobody gonna be ahead of us. Oh, the Adepti sigil's not exactly what I thought it was. I was thinking of a Geo sigil. Silly me. Okay, we're gonna get up there. We're gonna submit the stuff. It's gonna be good. We're gonna get to ask a question. And now I'm like, I think my question is like, so, What do you know about what's coming from the Guyun Stone Forest? What am I gonna do once I find out? But still. Nice to know.
Ningguang's little secretary, we found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see.
Yeah, we're the top 3.
The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners.
Hell yeah.
I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
Now, imagine if they didn't make an announcement and you had some of these people appear like later tonight or like the next day, and they're like, "What the? What do you mean winners have already been decided?" It's good we're letting everyone know.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the Plostrite yet!
But I thought you had an idea of where to get some. I thought it was him. I could be lying.
I can't believe it.
Believe it.
So close, but so far.
Hmm?
I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Okay.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Okay.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first!
Or Beto's already there because she knows Ningguang.
This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Yeah, certainly feels that way. Rise of the Jade Chamber. And here we are. Oh.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
Pretty fancy.
The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Hell yeah.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
She's very exasperated. That's the word I'm looking for. Just like, okay, I got things to do. Gotta run. Like, just... It's overwhelmingly good news for her.
You're next. What is your question?
What is your favorite color?
I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
But what's your favorite color? I'm glad they have this here. So it's not like we say it and then she's like, I don't know. And then there's nothing to gain from it. So, yeah. It's going to be about the Guyun stone. Is there a chance that someone didn't talk to Xiao to find out any of that stuff? Because without doing that, I feel like you could have just avoided him. Ignored that he was there. And if you did, you wouldn't get the tidbit. And then what would the question be if not for that? Or do you... I should wait and see what the actual question is.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Nope, don't like this.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial.
She didn't ask it yet. So is this you telling her that this is a stupid question? Because that'd be amazing if this is you warning her like you warned me about my sister.
If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Yeah, it's a really dumb question, Paimon. Do not.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Ningguang's being very generous right now. She could just be like, yeah, it's this. Peace, and like just give you some vague thing because she's being very reasonable.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it.
Hear that, Paimon? It's so obvious how greedy you are.
So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
No! I want to ask about what Xiao said. We're stupid. But I guess that answers my question, like, because it's not even an option yet. Why would they even bother telling me? Why would they have Xiao there anyway, just to warn me about what's coming? And mention Ningguang's name, given the name drop, being like, she knows what's up. And then I don't get to follow through on that in this situation. Unless if she's just going to do it anyway. She might just reveal it really soon. And then it's fine. But how would we not ask about that? We still technically didn't get to ask a question. It's just that my question is meh, Ningguang doesn't know, and Paimon's an idiot. So, like, we still get a question. It's fine, Shenhe, please. You can have our question. This is... You helped us. Ask the thing. Do it. Ask the thing.
Yes, this is a group effort.
Absolutely. I agree.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
No, that's not... No, please, ask something. We can't have just done this for nothing. Please. Please!
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
That's what I'm saying to these two. That's what I'm saying to I can't reach Paimon. That's what I'm saying. Squanderers.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
No, Paimon, I don't want you to think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Interesting. This is more of an opinion. It is a question, but she's asking for an opinion.
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away.
Yeah. Kind of established.
So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Kind of straightforward.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Hello, Beidou.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not going to be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
This is how it's linked. If you didn't talk to Xiao for some reason, this is how you're finding out. Ningguang's preparing the encounter, this thing, with Beidou. It's all coming together.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
The wound dressings, that's right. Forgot about that. But if you didn't talk to Xiao, you'd still be like, what? What are they? What? What are they talking about? This is cool.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
Big bad things are coming, Paimon. The game doesn't recognize that we talked to Xiao.
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know.
No, it's better if we do know. It's 100% better that this might actually be the stupidest thing that you've said, Ningguang. Usually you're a smart character. This is dumb. This is considering that we helped the first time, this is dumb to keep it from us. Okay. Lift off.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
We flying. Oh, what? It's actually happening now? We're just flying into it.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Baizhu.
Baizhu.
Osial's wife.
Oh!
Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Okay.
Got it! Well, let's go fetch the Adepti!
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Yeah, okay. Damn. It's Kuching. Hey! It's everybody! I saw Ganyu. I saw her. Oh, hell yeah. This is actually sick right now. What the fuck? Yeah, we're just gonna... Okay. Paddle on into a tsunami. We got this. Oh, we need to float a little higher.
Wait! A giant wave!
Oh. I remember getting hyper in the trailer. That sucks.
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Boy, her dad was a piece of shit. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, damn. That was a lot. That was really cool, but holy crap. This is going to be a boss fight. What am I doing? I'm like not ready at all. Oh, okay.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
Come on, beast.
Obey.
Oh, there's multiple heads. Okay, okay. Oh! Oh, I'm being all sorts of... Oh, boy. Where are you coming from? Oh, you're way over there. Oh! Oh! This is a cool fight. Oh boy.
Freeze to the core. Unleash.
Okay. All right.
Manifest. Cryo incarnate. Beg for mercy. Obey.
Yeah, Majesty of the Deep.
Shouldn't we go after her?
Nope, we're good.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
All right. Okay, that was cool. I like that. Nice lengthy cutscene. Some epic moments there. Boss fight. Didn't go into this expecting that. Are you okay?
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me.
Of course we'd follow you.
Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
But she's still around.
How did things go underwater?
You know, pretty wet.
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
That's true. She didn't start at full health.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Yay.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal.
Nice.
Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Shenhe protected us, just like the hero in the story.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Aw.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
So this based sea monster thing, the wife of Xiao, isn't technically gone yet. I mean, scattered for now, but they could potentially.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
A cloud retainer, little spy.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
I mean, true. They did put up quite a fight, though, and Shenhe intervened before it got crazy. It's good.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
True.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
She's always watching you.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Whoa.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child.
Okay.
In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
These are her baby pictures. This is us giving her a bath. This is her with her spaghetti at the dinner table. Oh, in this one, she's pooping. Just expecting the photo album to come in a second, you know.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Oh. That's funny.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy.
I like how Cloud Retainer was just like, well, I can't believe this. Harumph. Just, that's funny. That's a funny dynamic there.
We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Hi. Hi, Keqing.
The Millilith
Lilith's casualties are within the range we expected. But in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves.
Yeah, that would be good.
We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, I wasn't really too sure about Keqing in the very beginning because I thought she was very much like, she was like super direct with her like, the gods suck, but she is cool. And I do actually like that about her. Hi, it's me. I'm still bleeding out, but you know, it's cool.
Wow, everyone's already seated.
Was Ganyu on that island? I didn't see her.
It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Oh.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
Here we go. Are they actually going to perform it?
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
They went all out for this one. That was something. I've never really listened or heard any Chinese opera before. So it was just a very unique experience hearing that out. The visuals that they had to go along with it were gorgeous. I love that style of storytelling that they have, and but it all fit together very, very well. I don't know, like Shenhe's story is just so good for a character. That was, I mean, went into this, got all sorts of character lore, a bunch of characters introduced, led into this boss fight. Jade Chambers back. Now we're here. We get another cutscene in this way with like a freaking song involved. Like, this is very enjoyable. This interlude has surprised me in so many ways.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Aw.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you.
Jutao, you're drunk.
Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right? We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Shenhe is not amused.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
It seems she still has a long way to go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
And that's it. That was my playthrough of The Crane Returns on the Wind. This quest surprised me. So much fun. I was trying to piece it together in my head when things were happening, and I just couldn't. And that made some things a lot better for me, honestly. I was actually taken by surprise. So that was really cool. We got to see all sorts of characters. We got to play as Shenhe. There was a boss fight. Awesome cutscene. It was just more than I expected, and that seems to be the thing playing this game these days. I keep getting surprised, despite knowing quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to continuing. It's been an overall very enjoyable experience, and I am just looking forward to what the future brings. But if you enjoyed this, then let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, leaving a comment down below if you have something to say, and check out the description for additional ways of how to support me. Every little bit counts, and guys, I will see you next time. But until then, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.